Hello everyone, welcome back to my students' kitchen. Yay! Today we're going to prepare the cheapest, student pocket friendly, the easiest and the quickest Nigerian soup to prepare. Okra soup. Is it really the quickest soup to prepare in Nigeria? Okra soup and ofen salad, which one is quicker? Let me know in the comments. You know, as a student, you don't have the time. They sent you to school to go and read your books and get good grades, right? So as far as cooking is concerned, you need to gravitate towards meals that will save you lots of time. We don't have time. Lectures, we have lectures in 1 hour. So yeah, let's go. Let me show you the ingredients I'll use to prepare this okra soup and why. Where do we start? Let's start from the main ingredient. Okra. Okra is a super vegetable. Yeah, you want to be eating that as a student so that your brain will open to assimilate all the books that you're reading. Then we have palm oil, red palm oil. You can see the color. It's for taste and for color. And then we have beef. Today I'm going to use beef. Normally mackerel, fish, is a popular protein that you can use to prepare this okra soup. In fact, if you use mackerel, you would cut down on the cooking time of this okra soup by a lot. But today I'll be using beef because where I live, mackerel is seasonal and it's not in season now. As a student, when you get to the market, the part of beef that contains bones, you can see that this one is the ribs. Any part of beef that is mixed with bone is usually cheaper, and you know bones are very good for you. Yeah, there are lots of health benefits when eating bones. And then for vegetable, I'll be using uziza. The reason why I'm using uziza is because usually a lot of students do not have fridges to preserve these soups. That means you'll be warming it. Uziza is a tough vegetable, so it can withstand a few warmings than soft vegetables like ugu or spinach. So that's why I'm using uziza today. I put mine in the freezer, yeah, because of where I live. But in Nigeria, buy fresh uziza from the market and slice it thinly. You can see that these ones are thinly sliced before putting them in the freezer. In addition to uziza being a tough vegetable, it's also spicy. It adds some zing to your okra soup. It makes your okra soup delicious, so use that. And for seasoning, I'll be using crayfish. Some people are allergic to crayfish. If you're allergic to crayfish, just skip it, all right? No problem, skip it, because the flavor from the meat or fish and the flavor from the seasoning cubes will be okay to season your okra soup, all right? And then we have onions. There's always this debate about onions in okra soup or no onions in okra soup. I don't think having onions or not having onions in this soup will affect the taste of the soup by a lot. So just skip it if you don't want to add it, okay? And then I have pepper. I'm using habanero pepper. As always, add to your taste, the amount of pepper that your taste buds can accept. It's always to your taste. And then ogiri okpe. I have to say something important about this one. While this seasoning is a very traditional seasoning, it's just like seasoning cubes, but it smells a lot. While this will bring out the traditional taste of your okra soup and make it taste better, it may chase away your roommates. So be careful when using this. And then seasoning cubes. Of course, salt. We have salt over there. Yeah, that's it. Let's start cooking. Clean all the vegetables. If you're using fresh leafy vegetables, clean them very well. Doesn't matter if they've been washed before, wash them again, clean them again. The reason why I am showing all these tiny details is that a lot of people cook for the first time when they go to university. Yeah, because all their lives while they're at home, mommy and daddy are cooking for them, or even cooks are cooking for them. It's like this onions is too much for this soup. Maybe I'll use half of it. I've washed the meat. We add 2 ingredients, the seasoning cube and then the onions. And then we allow that to steam. I'm not going to add water. Some people add salt at this point, but there's no need for salt. For me, seasoning cubes contain salt. The salt in seasoning cubes is a lot. That's enough to season this beef. Also, salt can harden whatever you are cooking. So if you add salt now, it means that it will take longer for this meat to get done. As a student, I don't have that kind of time. I want this beef to cook in no time. While waiting for the meat to steam, we are going to chop the okra. To save time cutting okra, you can actually cut several of them at the same time. Slice it here. Slice. The number of vertical cuts you give it depends on how tiny you want it. Can you hear the beef starting to steam? Can you hear that noise? The heat is getting to it. Then line it up like this and chop. This will save you lots of time instead of doing it one by one. Let's go and check the meat. You see, the heat is getting to it. So we stir it. Let's move it around because we want all parts of the meat to steam. We want to steam it till the meat is pale. You can see this side is pale. Should be doing this on medium heat. Back to the okra. If you want to avoid going back and forth, you can actually prepare all your ingredients before you start cooking. But again, to save time, you can be doing all these things simultaneously. As long as you keep an eye on it, nothing spoils. We've chopped 4 okra fingers in the time we would have used to chop just one. You know, beef contains water, so water will come out from the beef as you're steaming it as well. Notice this water coming out. That's all from the beef. See, at this time, the juice, the nice aroma from the onions has gone into the beef to season it well. Okay, and the flavor from the seasoning cubes as well. I can't see any more blood. Can you? Can you? Yeah, it's fine now. It's well steamed. And the water is about to dry up. So you add some water. Go easy on the water. You can never go wrong with the same level of water as the contents of the pot. To save you time, you can actually chop this okra in the market, but a big but. The big but there is that personally I don't like cutting my vegetables in the market, even though it may save you time and effort. But I don't like doing that. There are a few leaves I normally cut in the market, and when I do that, I take my own water to the market because I don't trust that water that they used to rinse it for you in the market, and I actually rinse it myself. Unless you're ready to do that, please don't. When they want to rinse it for you, they rinse it in the water that they've used to rinse vegetables for 100 other people. Especially okra. You know that okra has a hairy body. You need to really wash it well. See? Finished. So how long should we cook the meat? You cook it till it's soft. I don't share cooking times because all parts of beef do not get done at the same time. Yeah? You can take a piece, put in your plate, cut a little bit, keep tasting it till you're happy. You can see that the water has boiled down a bit, so let's top it up. Keep doing this till it's done, till it's soft, not chewy. Before grinding or pounding or blending crayfish, you need to salt it, because they don't salt it before selling it in the market. So you need to sort it off debris and these kinds of things. This can add sand to your crayfish because of the fish eyes. Even if you want to add these fishy ones, you can remove the head and add the body like this. So remove sticks, metal, plastic, there are a lot of things. Shells, yeah, you can see shells of sea animals in there. And rinse it when I'm pounding. Of course, when I'm grinding it with the heavy duty grinders in the market, I don't do this. There are some crayfish that come with sand, yeah. That's why you should actually taste it in the market, chew it to make sure it doesn't have sand. I share these in my follow me to market videos. But if you accidentally bought crayfish like that, you can actually soak it in water like this, leave it for some time, and all the sand will go to the bottom, and then you scoop it like this and it won't be sandy again. And put it in the mortar, and then you put some of the ogiri okpe. This is locust bean seasoning. I'm going to put that quantity for the quantity of soup I am preparing, and pound them together. You can actually add the pepper as well here and pound all of them together, but I prefer slicing my pepper so I can see the right color in the soup. It makes the soup more appetizing for me. And then pound. Pound till you're happy. I'm happy. I sliced my pepper. You can wear gloves while doing this. My hands, na kakaraka hands, so that it doesn't burn your fingers. It's hot, spicy hot, but I don't mind. I just slice that quickly. Break that into pieces so that as soon as it enters the pot, it can heat up easily. Assuming you're using a frozen one anyway, but most people will use the fresh one. Smells so nice. Ay. Oh my god. The aroma of uziza is something else. It's up to you, again, the quantity that you want to add. But you know, just add enough to keep it okra soup, not vegetable soup. Okay, I've checked it. The meat is done, very soft, not chewy, not atala akui sinaja, the one you bite off and you hit your head on the wall. One thing, you need as little water as possible in there. I prefer thick okra soup. If by the time the meat is done, you still have a lot of water in there, keep cooking till it has boiled down to about this quantity. Add the crayfish and the ogiri okpe, of course. Remember that both of them are in here. Palm oil, a little bit of salt if you want. Click the like button. Have you? Then cover it and cook it for some time so that the palm oil will cook. That way the palm oil will not be sticky when you're eating it. After about 7 minutes total, it's time to add the rest of the ingredients. Soup is almost done. Eee. This one is frozen, that's why it's getting dark. Cover. I'm going to serve this okra soup with gari. So I set some water to boil over there. I can finish gari made with 1 cup of water, so Add that there and turn on the heat. 2-3 minutes max. Start stirring. You feel it's too thick, you can add a little bit of water at this time and steam it a little bit more. If you want it to be more slimy, you can stir it vigorously. You can actually take out the meat and stir it vigorously. Yeah, as much as you want. The more you stir it, it will be more viscous, more elastic. The elastic properties will be coming through, you see? The more you stir it. But I'm not going to add any water to this one. I like it conk like this. Conk of okra. You see, the more I stir it, the more it comes through. The viscosity, the elasticity, the slime. And then at this time I taste it for salt. The okra is still crunchy, so that's how you want it. Then it needs a little bit of salt. This okra soup is so yummy-licious. I know some people will come and say, this is not student version, Flo. It's student version. I'm pretty sure that this thing will not cost a lot of money to prepare in Nigeria. I'm pretty sure that I won't spend up to 2,000 naira preparing this soup in Nigeria. You transfer it to a cool container immediately so that it doesn't change color. I'll leave the one I'll use to eat in the pot. See the gari here, yellow gari. Water has boiled. Then slowly spread it. Don't be too fast. If you're too fast, the eba. You know, this one is gari. The dough is eba. The eba will be too thick. So you need to go slowly. Then you cover it, leave it to rest. You know that gari is coarse. That's why you need to leave it to rest. Just for a short while, 5 minutes. But if you're very, very hungry, you can mix it immediately. At this time, if it's too thick, you can add more hot water. You keep adding water bit by bit, mixing it, add a mix till it comes to the consistency you want. You know, some people like to mold block and say they are eating. Rinse your hands, get it like that, make a mold, then bring out the one that can pass through your throat. You know, some people, their muscles, madre, are like the skull of a baby. And then with my pot, come and eat. My roommates, come and eat. And then I take it from the pot. Madre. Roomies, where are my roomies? Come and eat. Lock the door, lock the door. People in the neighboring room, they will come now. I don't even know how to translate it in English. I don't know if you can hear how crunchy this thing is. The okra still is. Oh my god. So crunchy. Let me eat the meat so that you see how soft the meat is. I didn't really cook this meat for up to 30, maybe about half an hour, yeah, at most. See? Very soft. Bye bye. See you soon. Have you liked this video yet?